Alrighty, g'day everybody, it's the Doga! It is finally time for the final installment of the AC/DC album review series. It's been just over 3 years in the making, but we're finally getting around to reviewing AC/DC's latest album from the dreaded year of 2020. That, of course, being Power Up. Recorded in 2018, shortly after Malcolm Young's death the previous year. I believe it was in the middle of 2018, and was mainly delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic until Friday the 13th of November 2020, when this was originally released. Of course, back in those days, that was the very early days of my channel, which at the time was a gaming only channel, so I didn't do a review for it at the time, but we're finally doing it now. There's 12 songs in this album. We open with Realize, probably one of the best openers the band have had for quite a while, actually. It's a shame they didn't play this one at the Power Trip Festival, and if those who may or may not realise, that was held on what was my 30th birthday, the 7th of October. And Rejection is the next one, a bit slower. This one reminded me of a slowed down version of Shot Down in Flames' guitar riff, to be honest. Bit of a weird lyric. Never really understood why it was as weird as it is, but it's well structured nonetheless. And of course, the next song is the first single of the album, Shot in the Dark, which just ironically happened to drop on my 28th birthday. No, hang on. 27th, my mistake. 27th birthday in October of 2020. And for those who know by now, my birthday is actually 2 days after Brian Johnson's birthday. Brian having officially rejoined the band for this album after he was forced to stop touring. Next is Through the Mist of Time, another slower one. Wasn't really a fan of it when I first heard it, but eventually the promo clip that was put together the following year brought me around, and now I do kind of like it. You've got the next one, Kick You When You're Down. This is a bit of a goofy one, this one. That's what I thought, and couldn't help but laugh when I first heard the chorus of it when it came out. And of course, Witch's Spells, what closes out the first half of the album. Another weird one. It clearly shows that even though Angus and I believe Malcolm is credited with writing, even though he did not play on the album. Once again, Stevie Young is part of the band and will be part of what is an upcoming tour that was only announced a couple of weeks ago. I might not talk about that. I might possibly do a separate video on my opinion of the new tour. Either way, my personal favourite kicks off the second half of the album. Demon Fire starts off with Brian going nice and low and quiet, much different to his normal self, but definitely works well. When I first heard that one, it kind of reminded me again. It's like the lads are still recycling ideas, and that one kind of reminded me of Caught With Your Pants Down off the Ballbreaker album. Couldn't help but fucking to laugh at that, you know. Wild Reputation, not a bad one. Could have been a bit more structured, that one. Not really a favourite of mine. Same with No Man's Land, which is the slowest on the album. Very bluesy, that one. I reckon it sounds better when it's faster. Watching it in 1.5 speed on YouTube, I think, makes it sound better. That's just my opinion. Systems Down, another pretty solid one. Probably one that I think should have been played live at the Power Trip Festival, but maybe that one might appear during the European tour. It doesn't mean to say that it will, though. Money Shot, another good one. Probably got a really, really good chorus and typical AC/DC usual tongue-in-cheek innuendos. And the album closes with Code Red. This one reminded me of another Ballbreaker track, The Honey Roll. Again, AC/DC throwing in cheeky innuendos, but that's only if you really think about it. Nonetheless, it's still a really well-structured album. And so far, in my opinion, it's the only decent album to come out of the entire decade. But, of course, that's my opinion. Your opinions are also welcome here. So we finally wrap up the series. It was what started in November of 2022, and now we finally wrap it up with the most recent AC/DC album. If there's ever another album, there may even be another one added to the collection, and will be reviewed. Either way, I give the album an 8.5 out of 10. Probably because that's all I feel like rating it, to be honest. Either way, that is it. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like, comment your thoughts of the AC/DC album and the upcoming tour down below. And if you're new, be sure to press the subscribe button to stay in contact with everything else, as well as check out all the other album reviews that I've done of AC/DC's back catalogue. But until next time, this is the Doga saying have a wonderful day, and I shall see you again.